35 reasons why your vagina is smelly and how to fix it. This is episode 7. Now, the very first reason we'll be talking about today is ignoring symptoms of STIs, like symptoms of sexually transmitted infection. Sexually transmitted infections like gonorrhea, chlamydia, they get to change the smell of your vagina. There's this strong fishy smell that comes with it, or just foul smell that is not really nice, that is not really good. So the problem is, most people, when they notice this, they just let it be. They don't go for checkups. They don't go for tests. They don't take medications. They don't even go for tests to know the medications that they can use. They just go ahead to take different kinds of antibiotics. And one thing about some of these infections is that when you go for tests, it is better because you know the infection you're treating, the particular medication it is resistant to, because there are some medications there are some infections that some certain kind of tablets cannot treat. Those viruses or infections are resistant, or bacteria are resistant to those medications. So once you notice that there is unusual discharge, or your discharge is smelly, or you're having burns while urinating, like you're having painful urination, or you're having itches down there, please don't ignore those symptoms. Try to get tested as soon as possible. Meet a health provider, a doctor, a nurse, any qualified personnel to help you get treated. And when your immune system is weak, your body cannot fight off infections properly. Your immune system can get weak when you don't have enough rest, when you don't eat good food. Maybe you keep eating fries, junk food up and down. You don't sleep well. You don't exercise. You don't keep a healthy lifestyle. You smoke, you take alcohol. Too much of all of this is not really good for your vaginal health. Avoid eating too much sugar, because sugar feeds yeast. Try as much as possible to drink enough water. If you also have, hormonal imbalance, try to go for tests and medications. I think my own started when I was 17 years old. I've been treating hormonal imbalance for a long while now. So try as much as possible, because hormonal imbalance also can cause changes in your vagina as well. Then try as much as possible to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. Even though fruits are very expensive now, one apple is 700 naira. So fruits are quite expensive, but try as much as possible, if you have the opportunity, try to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. Now, the next thing is going for frequent medical checkups. So you must not allow yourself to be sick. Once in a while, go for checkup. Yes, it can be expensive, but at least annually, go for checkups, or at least, let's say, twice a year. Just go for medical checkups, so that if you are prone to maybe breast cancer, risk of any, I don't know, but just try to go for medical checkups. Even though the economy is not favorable, just try as much as possible to go for medical checkups if you can. Now, the next thing we'll be talking about is the use of public toilets. Now, public toilets are full of bacteria, and it is almost something that is unavoidable, because in one way or the other, you must find yourself in a situation whereby you must have to use a public toilet. Like once in a while, like you have to use a public toilet. Now, before you use a public toilet, flush first. Before you sit, flush. Wipe off the seat if you can. If you're to sit on it, to wipe off the surface, the seat, with tissue paper. Then, if possible, just squat instead of just putting. Then, if you want to poo, or if you want to wee, get tissue paper, fold it like enough. Then put it on that hole where there is water in the toilet seat, so that when you poo, the water in the seat does not splash on your private part or your butt. So, because there is no way you can avoid using public toilet, it's almost impossible. You might be pressed and all of that. And also, there's something else. As a lady, wherever you're going, make sure you have water and tissue paper. Even if it's this pocket tissue paper, like Paloma tissue paper, have pocket tissue, so that even if you will just ease yourself, you can easily use water to clean up. Just use water to wash your VJ, and then use tissue paper to dry up. Please, as a lady, you don't just pee and wear your panties back. It doesn't make any sense. When you pee, try as much as possible to use water to rinse off. Pat your vagina dry with tissue, quality tissue paper, not 100 naira tissue paper. Try as much as possible to pat your vagina dry with tissue paper before you wear your panties. Don't just pee and you're allowing the pee drops to drop on your panties. Your panties will smell. I mean, Mona, just try, abeg. Just try to be clean. Sexy girls, try to be clean.